Mike Yanni, our gadget guy, always a busy guy, trying the latest things. And you said, Ted, we have this to talk about, so let's get cracking.
Tons of things. Video games. We're going to start with MMORPGs,
which
massively
means
multiplayer online role-playing games. Yeah, it's a mouthful. And they're very complex games. This is when you jump online, you play with thousands of other peoples, and they're kind of like fantasy games. You know, you have quests, you got to kill things, dragons and things like that. But sometimes you can't do it by yourself, so you have to team up with other people online, and then you go forward and go as a team. So really cool concept. First one I want to talk about is Elder Scrolls Online. And this is really an incredible game. Huge franchise.
Looks like a movie.
Yeah, it's loved by thousands of fans around the world. So they had high expectations for this game. And I will say this is the first time this franchise has gone online, and it's not going to disappoint. Deep character creation, huge worlds to explore, and not only huge, but beautiful, just amazing vistas. So much to do and some really well-written stories here. You're always running into some interesting characters and lots of new content. And part of the fun is the loot, finding the stuff in the treasure chests, and there's always tons of stuff around. The game, like most online games, can be a little bit buggy at times, but Bethesda's always fixing all those bugs out. Overall, people are going to enjoy it. It's out for PC and Mac. Okay. Next one I want to talk about, Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn for the PlayStation 4. This is really interesting because this came out some time ago. It was so bad that fans of this franchise complained, and Square Enix actually shut it down. They shut it down and said, we are reworking it. They rebuilt it from the ground up, and the result is an amazing game. Typically this is played on a computer, but they've released the PlayStation 4 version now, which is actually really incredible because they're so complex. To be able to play this with the controller is an amazing feat, and they pulled it off. There's touchpad support for the PlayStation 4. You can record clips of your gameplay, share it with friends. You can actually hook up a keyboard and a mouse to your PlayStation 4. This game, it can be tough. And like the other game too, with Elder Scrolls, these are for older players because you are chatting online with other people. You don't know who you're going to be talking with, so just keep that in mind, parents. And they're very complex. They're not for the 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds. Look at teens and adults because they can be tough. Now, speaking of MMORPGs, especially if you play on a computer, I want to show you some gadgets I have on the table here. We'll get to Lego the Hobbit in a second, but on the table here, a couple gadgets, things you need if you play these on a computer. This first one here. This is a really cool mouse. It's called the Razer Naga Epic Mouse. And I want to turn your attention to the side here. Look at all these buttons. There's 16 buttons on the side here, and they can be mapped out. So instead of relying on
you can make the number 1 represent
the R button on your keyboard. Yeah, because otherwise you're playing with a mouse and a keyboard, and you have to, lots of different buttons on the keyboard. So you can actually program them all to be there just at your thumb. So you hold it just kind of like that. And you know what? I've used this for the past week and a half playing these games, and this is just an essential. It's, if your kids play this, that's great to have. And it's wireless, $150. You can get that Memory Express. This guy, look at this. This is a keypad that you can actually program all these keys. Your palm rests here.
You have to show them how you do that.
That's how it goes. Like that.
Because I had no idea.
This is for hardcore gamers.
No kidding.
Yeah, but also essential if you want to get into these games. And once again, Memory Express, $150. Okay, moving on now to a couple other video games. I want to talk about that. Lego Hobbit you saw.
Oh, my son Nicholas, very excited about this.
It is a great game. You know what? Follows the first 2 books of The Hobbit. Or sorry, the first, you know how they split it into 3 movies. Yeah, so they basically took the first 2 movies and made the game out of it. Typical Lego game. You play as numerous different characters, lots of things to collect and build. Really rich, detailed graphics, fun gameplay. I will say the story, it's a little bit hard to follow if you don't know the storyline.
Okay.
But other than that, overall, it's a fun game. The kids are going to love it.
Yeah.
Last but not least, there is a game that's been out for a while now, but there is an upgrade to it. This is
Phineas and Ferb.
Yes, Disney Infinity is the game. Phineas and Ferb, the latest expansion. They basically released 2 new characters, Phineas and Agent P.
Yeah.
And so, if you don't know what Disney Infinity is all about, it's basically Minecraft with Skylanders kind of together.
Yeah.
But with Disney characters. So you can take all these different characters and play with them in the same universe, characters that shouldn't be in the same universe. So to celebrate that, Disney gave us a huge prize package to give away worth over $250. Look at this. Okay, so you got the core game, you've got all these expansion figures, you've got collector's cases to put them in. Plus, this is the big thing right here. This is Phineas and Agent P. I'm going to turn this around because it's signed by the voice actors who do the characters. So all this can be yours. All you have to do is go to our website.
Okay.
Go to contests, daily prizing. What number should we do today?
Let's do number 34.
Number 34.
For no reason whatsoever.
You're going to take all this home, including the signed Phineas and Agent P characters.
Awesome.
The game is fun.
Phineas and Ferb, by the way, is a great cartoon.
It is.
Nicholas watches that cartoon, and I enjoy watching it with him.
Yes.
No purchase necessary, by the way. Full
Exactly.
rules on our website, breakfasttelevision.ca.
Dave Will knows all about Disney Infinity. His kid, his son, loves them. He's got
Really?
all the characters. So he's already got his eye on Phineas and Agent P.
Cool. That's very cool.